Amnion Life is a medical device company with the mission to decrease mortality and complications resulting from preterm birth. We have 3 products in the pipeline we're working on: AmnioBed Golden Hour, AmnioBed 24-Hour, and the artificial placenta. These products together make the artificial womb. I'm a neuroradiologist, and the story of Amnion Life started about 6 years ago during a family trip to Europe. We visited a cousin who had a beautiful 3-year-old girl who was born very preterm and has spent months in the hospital with complications as a result of it. She had developed ocular and neurodevelopmental injuries and required daily assistance for the rest of her life because of her ordeal. 3 weeks later, on the same trip, I had a dream that changed the course of my life and has led me here today. Per the March of Dimes, premature birth is the #1 cause of death of infants in the United States. Per WHO, it's the #1 cause of death of children less than 5 years globally. And far too many infants who survive premature birth in the NICU have long-term, lifelong complications. We can and should do better than this. This is a big issue, global issue, that we need to address. Why is it a big problem? Because preterm infants are like cold-blooded animals. They cannot control and regulate their body temperature. When the outside temperature drops, their core temperature drops as well. But unlike cold-blooded animals, the drop in our core temperature leads to all kinds of calamities that you see on the right, including mortality within 72 hours and up to 14 days. A major Kaiser Permanente study in 2008 showed that 50% of infants born very preterm experience hypothermic episode as quickly as 5 minutes and up to 60 minutes of birth. That's the golden hour of life, the most important hour of life. And 50% of the infants at Kaiser Permanente are experiencing hypothermic episode, leading to all kinds. And 78% if they're born extreme preterm at 750 grams or less. So what is the solution? Solution is AmnioBed, a controlled bath environment where the infant is partially submerged in warm synthetic amniotic fluid to maintain their body temperature. We've been working on this device for 5 years now. It has more than 13 subsystems, ranging from water heating and purification to software for multiple built-in sensors and dosing pumps, to audio-video feedback for the infant to hear the mom's voice and heartbeat at all times, to detecting the stool in the fluid so that the fluid can be flushed automatically as needed. Overall, we think we can reduce the environmental heat loss, which is calorie loss in these infants, reduce environmental episodes of hypothermia. But more than anything, we want to be agent of change in neonatology, increase the rate of growth for these infants in the NICU so that we can decrease their length of stay and decrease any of the previously mentioned complications in just one infant who would otherwise suffer for lifelong. We've come a long way in 6 years since the start of this project. We have multiple patents, and we are 12 months away from our first clinical trials. We have a team of subject matter experts internationally. Our business development and regulatory team is based in the US. We have neonatologists from Tokyo, from Canada, and Belgrade working on our project. We have multiple patents on AmnioBed and artificial placenta. At this time, we have our quality system in place, risk management system is in place, and design control is in place. We built a dedicated and a really passionate team of engineers in Serbia working on this device for 3 years now. This is our second prototype that we're nearing. We're doing preclinical testing in 2020, and we're nearing our clinical trials. Nearly 400,000 infants are born preterm every year. 100,000 of them are born very preterm, with each day it costs about $4,000 to $9,000 a day, leading to billions of dollars. $26 billion just in direct hospital costs for these infants in the US. Our go-to strategy will target the first top 25 hospitals in the US and similar hospitals in the rest of the world. The current technology, our competitors, are really essentially heated mattresses with humidity. And they're 19th century technology with bells and whistles and computer system. We must and should do better for these infants. Our business model is based on a combination of hardware, sales or lease option, as well as daily consumables, which includes the amniotic fluid cartridges, the covers, the filters, the maintenance, et cetera. About $55,000 a year annual revenue from each unit. And our financials make sense. We have, based on our projections, if we can have 1,400 beds operating in the US and 2,000 in the rest of the world at a lower cost, that's out of about 20,000 beds in the US. That would give us about $150 million in global revenue and $73 million in EBITDA. We are embarking on a very critical 2020 year for us as we get ready for our first clinical trials at the end of this year. And we are hoping to have our pivotal study in 2021 and our application ready for the FDA at the end of 2021. Thank you.